Today we're going to talk about decision making, how to make a decision. Do you feel like you're one of those people that has trouble making decisions? I think a lot of people do. So here's what I think. I think that for those folks, they just aren't used to making decisions. And that because of that, so much time is spent in the pre-decision making that the actual making of a decision rarely takes place. So there's just no familiarity with making a decision. So my feeling on that is that our brain is what I call an option factory. And no matter how old you are, you have spent the life that you've lived on this planet amassing information in your noggin, your brain, okay? So you can imagine what the landscape of that of your brain looks like. If you're a neurobiologist or a neuroscientist, then you know pretty much exactly what it looks like in there, right? But I'm not really going to go to that depth, even though I do have a dear friend who is a neurobiologist, a neuroscientist, and I get a lot of information from him. So, we can talk about that more in depth later when I do like boot camps and master classes and all that, but we're not there yet. Back up, take a breath. Here we go. This is your option factory, okay? That's the way I envision it. So, come with me on this little imaginary journey. I want you to imagine the inside of like a factory or a warehouse, right? And there's all these aisles and aisles and things stacked in the aisles, and they're in boxes, and some of them are big and some of them are small, and some of them are old, and some of them are newer, and some of them are falling apart, and some of them are still shiny, but there's a whole bunch of stuff in this structure, okay? And when you are faced with needing to decide about something, I believe that a lot of people get lost in that option factory. They're just wandering around in there, aisle after aisle after aisle, and they get distracted too. Like they'll be like, ooh, haven't seen this box in a while. I think I'm gonna open this up and sit right down here in the aisle and just kind of get lost in it a little bit. These are called rabbit holes, okay? There's a lot of little cute names we can put to all this stuff, but we're going with the option factory thing, and people get lost in their option factory. So this video actually doesn't even need to be very long, because you guys, here's the deal. You need to know what it feels like to get out of the option factory. And the way that you get out of the option factory is you just make a decision, all right? So let's use something kind of relatable, okay? Let's say you're sitting in a chair or on a sofa. Let's just go with those right now, because I feel like that's pretty relatable for a lot of people right now. And you feel like you're supposed to do something, you need to do something, you want to do something. Could be as easy as going over to the refrigerator, going to the bathroom, going out to the garage, going across the room, whatever, okay? So the deal is that you're running all these different scenarios. Well, I could do that now, or I could do it later, or here's the benefits of doing it now, or here's the benefits of doing it later. And you just, something as simple as standing up from the place that you are sitting and going to do this thing that you feel like you need to do or want to do or have to do. And even something as simple as that, we can get lost in that option factory. So I want you to practice whenever you find yourself in those seconds that turn into moments of indecision. And I want you to remember that you're just lost in your option factory is all. All you got to do is find the nearest exit and make a decision. Now, you can always, if you make a decision and you say, don't really like the outcome of that decision, next time I think I'm going to, look at it a little different way, that's fine. You can always go back in to the option factory. The door never locks, okay? I guess we could run some scenarios where the door is locked. Not going to do that today, okay? We're keeping it simple. So the point is that you can go back in to the option factory anytime. But I want you to get used to getting out of it. Make a decision. Make a decision. Make a decision. If there's something that you feel like you need to do, if you're having a conversation with somebody and and you're like, well, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Oh man, make a decision. Just be definitive. Say, this is what I'm doing. And if the other person doesn't like it, then you can be like, well, I'm practicing decision making, trying to be a little bit more decisive. Okay, thanks for your understanding so much. And then you go back into the option factory. You can go in and out all day, but try not to get stuck in there, okay? Know that you can go back in and make a different decision. And then another decision, and another one, and another one, and another one. That's what's so awesome about free choice, okay? You can always go back in and do a little tweaking, but get used to just deciding. That is how you make a decision. You just decide. You just do it, and you know that it's not the end of the world, okay? Because if it were the end of the world, then you're freed up from having to make any more decisions. So try it, okay? Again, we'll go deeper on some of this stuff later. We're still getting to know each other. I'm loving it, and we're trying to get the planet in a better mood after all. So the more you provide a good example of decision making to your friends and family, the more people will get comfortable with getting outside of the option factory. All right? So if you guys want to know what I'm doing, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on TikTok, I'm on LinkedIn. Most of those places, it's just at the Invincibility Coach. A little different on Facebook. Look for Invincible is Easy, because that's the book that I'm writing, that I'm going to be publishing pretty soon. So come on with me, you guys. We're getting the planet in a better mood.